Welcome back. We shall conclude this topic on market organisation and structure with a brief introduction on market regulation and their objectives. Let's begin by discussing some of the key problems that could persist in financial markets. Firstly, the possibility of fraud and theft. Financial markets can be complicated to unsophisticated investors who often place their trust in agents or investment managers to manage their wealth. It can be easy for the agents to steal or overcharge their clients if there are no safeguards in place. Furthermore, since returns are often random, it can be easy for agents to attribute client losses to market underperformance. Second, insider trading. If market insiders are allowed to trade based on their privileged information, the playing field will be skewed towards them at a cost to investors who do not have such information. Without assurance of a level playing field, traders without inside information will exit the market and liquidity will be reduced. Third, if market information comes at a high cost to investors, markets will not be as informationally efficient and investors will not invest as much. And fourth, the risk of defaults, where parties might not honour their obligations in the markets. Imagine paying premiums faithfully to a pension fund, only to find that the pension fund has no money to pay you your annuities when you retire. You wouldn't want that, right? These are the reasons why regulation is very important to any financial market. If market regulations fail to address these problems, financial markets do not function well. Liquidity declines, firms shun risky projects, new ideas go unfunded, and economic growth slows. Here are some of the ways that the regulators can solve these problems. Prevent fraud and theft by agents by requiring minimum standards of competency and make it easier for investors to evaluate performance. The CFA program and the Global Investment Performance Standards are part of this effort. To curb insider trading, make it illegal and enforce the rules strictly such that traders are confident that the playing field is level. Require all companies to report according to a common financial reporting standard like IFRS or US GAAP. Reporting on a common basis reduces costs of information gathering and comparisons across companies. And require minimum levels of capital so that market participants will be able to honour their long-term commitments. This is especially important for insurance companies and pension funds that individuals depend on for their financial future. With capital at stake, such companies have to be more careful about the risks they take. Regulations can be provided by governments and related entities as well as industry groups. For example, most exchanges, clearinghouses, and dealer trade organizations are self-regulating organizations, meaning that they regulate their members. Governments sometimes delegate regulatory authority to such organizations. And yes, we've completed our first topic of this course. Much of what we've learned is introductory material, which will be covered in detail elsewhere in the CFA curriculum. Have a break. Try out the quiz to reinforce what you've learned, and see you at the next lesson.